Hello ladies and gents, the era of prequels, remakes and reboots continues. Crystal Lake, the prequel series, that's right, series, to the Friday the 13th film. Now, to throw out some positives quickly from Bryan Fuller, you know, guy behind Hannibal. He'll be show running this, writing it. Pretty good, actually. Pretty bloody good. Hannibal was fantastic. It was stellar as a show, and a true travesty that it was cancelled. So that's the positives. We'll dive into this. This is an article from Variety, which they had to amend because they got it wrong, and it's doing the rounds on various other websites that reported on it, saying that they couldn't use anything from the original movies. They can, because the people behind this have the rights to everything. Because the original writer has the rights to everything. He can do whatever he wants with this franchise now. So dive into this, ladies and gents. Please do, though, before we do, check out my second channel. Links in the description box for other interesting topics similar to this, but in a different format, with special guests and panel hosts, co-hosts to me. You'll like it. It's linked in the description box. Please do check it out. They're from live streams. But yeah, they're interesting conversations. You won't be disappointed. But anyway, dive into this. Now listen, straight from the off, I'm just going to say, I don't particularly care for this. Mainly just because, hey, look, it'd be nice to see something new. But, hey, there are some positives. Regardless of whether I care for this or not, there are some genuine positives here. And mainly being the Bryan Fuller aspect. Bryan Fuller's fantastic. Absolutely exceptional. And in terms of the producing studio, I guess, behind the scenes, is actually A24, which I don't know, but is this their first foray into TV? I don't know. Perhaps. Who knows? I'm sure if I, took a look, I'd be able to tell, but I think this might be one of their first forays anyway. Peacock's the bad part. I don't think anyone really cares much for Peacock, but never mind. So anyway, let's check this out. So Peacock has given a straight-to-series order to a Friday the 13th prequel, currently titled Crystal Lake, Variety has learned. So again, a prequel, hey, be good to have something new, but whatever. Exact plot details are being kept under wraps, although it is described as an expanded prequel. So maybe it will sort of explore Jason Voorhees as maybe an evil entity rather than a being, like a human that becomes an evil entity. I don't know, it's just speculation. But the show will be written by Bryan Fuller, who is great. Like, he is absolutely fantastic, and there is, without a doubt, no question that what he writes will be good. But it's whether I care that much about Friday the 13th to care that it's good, if that makes sense. Again, it's that sort of hope for something new. But Bryan Fuller's great. He's also showrunner and executive producer, so that's great. Victor Miller, who penned the original film in the franchise, will also executive produce, along with Mark Toberoff. Mark Toberoff is the attorney that helped him win the rights back. Rob Barsamian as well. And A24. So A24 will also serve as the studio behind the series. So that's good. A24 is good. That's a good thing. But we have this anyway. This is sort of comments from Susan Rovner, chairman of entertainment content for NBC Universal. Friday the 13th is one of the most iconic horror franchises in movie history, and we were dying to revisit this story with our upcoming drama series. Fucking drama series. Crystal Lake. I mean, that's bad as well, isn't it? A bloody drama series. So is it horror or not? We can't wait to get to work with Bryan Fuller, a gifted, visionary creator, agree with that, who I've had the pleasure of being a long-time friend and collaborator, along with our incredible partners at A24, in this updated version, for Peacock, that will thrill long-standing fans of the franchise. So, few things, red flags, right? Drama series. updated version. I don't know. These are red flags to me. Whenever we hear these things, always, that's not good news. But never mind. Miller and Toberoff, his attorney, were previously involved in a lengthy court case in an attempt to obtain the rights to the original film's screenplay for Miller. So the Second Circuit Court of Appeals ruled in Miller's favour in 2021. I reported on that, giving him the US rights to the screenplay. And Miller and Toberoff have non-exclusive foreign rights as well. And by bringing in Barsamian, the project has access to all of the other elements from the films. So Fuller is known, of course, for creating and co-creating shows like Hannibal, Pushing Daisies, Dead Like Me, American Gods, and Star Trek Discovery, which is not so good. But he is good in general. He's also known for his work on Star Trek Voyager, as well as Heroes. Let's highlight this first. Hannibal, that's the one we'll run with, shall we? So we had this, anyway, comment from Bryan Fuller. This is all sort of PR spin, but it's nice to hear. I discovered Friday the 13th in pages of famous monster magazines when I was 10 years old, and I've been thinking about this story ever since. When it comes to horror, A24 raises the bar and pushes the envelope, and I'm thrilled to be exploring the campgrounds of Crystal Lake under their banner. And Susan Rovner is simply the best at what she does. It's a pleasure and an honour to be working with her again. So, you know what? I don't know. This is interesting. Again, the red flags, like drama series. You know, when you're saying it's the most iconic horror franchise, or one of the most iconic horror franchises, then, oh, we're going to be revisiting it in our upcoming drama series. That's not so great. And this nonsense, updated version. Now, the thing about updated versions is we kind of know it's a dog whistle for woken it up a little bit, as it were. Updated for the modern era of, 2% of the population that is interested in that kind of nonsense, which isn't many at all. And also, it doesn't really need to be updated. So those not so good. Bryan Fuller, good. Original writer on board, maybe good. We don't know yet, so that'll be interesting to see how that pans out. But also, it's a prequel series. Where are you going to go with it? Again, I have a lot of hope in Bryan Fuller, but I am left scratching my head, going, where are you going to go with this? What's the angle here? A Friday the 13th prequel series. What's the angle? I don't really get it. But I hand it on over to you. Do you think this is good or bad news? Let me know down below. Also, in the description box, like I said at the start, check out my second channel. You won't be disappointed. And I'd love to have you there. So yeah, cheers guys. Take care.